Hello everyone. So this time we'll continue with Sabre 101, but it will be the cryptic mode. We have two modes on Sabre. We have the cryptic mode and we have the graphical mode. Graphical mode is very simple to use and it takes less time to train. But then there are many people that will still want to know the commands and they want to do it by themselves without the help of the graphical one. So in this series, we'll be taking simple basic reservation skills and the five mandatory fields are the print, that is P for the phone field, the R for the receive from field, the I for the itinerary, the N for the name, and the T for the ticket field. But today we'll focus mainly on itinerary, and our itinerary involves you doing availability as step one, then you sell. So we'll just go through only itinerary. So by the time you finish mastering this, we would have come up with the other part of the print, because this will be in series and this is part one. Okay, so you can see all what we want to do is to display the availability and we sell. So let's go on. Now this is an example. For availability is one. One is a constant. Then you put the date. This is 23 for this example is 23 June. And the city pair, Bamako, Dubai. BKO means Bamako, DSB means Dubai, and the city pair must always come together. The first one, which is the departure city, the second one will be the arrival city. And we have Cross of Lorraine. Cross of Lorraine is 2 keys away from Lima on the English keyboard. And the name of the airline we are using this time is ET, which is Ethiopia. I believe you know how to decode and encode, and I believe you know the names, the codes for the airlines. So this is example one, then example two. Sorry, it's clash, so let me take it up. So sorry for that. For example two, I want to add a connecting city. This why I'm putting this one is if even if you don't know the airline that is going to a particular place, but if you know the connecting city, you can type it this way and you still get the same result. Alright, so like I said, one is constant, then one is constant, the dates follow, then the city pair, Bamako, Dubai, then we have the time, departure time. If you want to use the connecting city, you must add the time. So you can just put any time. If you know the flight departs in the morning, just put any time in the morning. If they depart at night, put any time in the evening. Then the city you want the flight to go through, which is Addis Ababa. So this time I'm saying this passenger is going from Bamako to Dubai, but whichever airline is using, I want it to pass through Addis Ababa. If I did not have the Cross of Lorraine, the KQ is going to give me just Ethiopian Airlines. So you will see it when we get to the practical aspect. Now, like I said before, you can do your availability without adding airline. So this is the format of adding availability without the airline. Alright, So when you display your availability, you may want to check for the next day. So checking for the next day is 1 cross of Lorraine 1, but this time I'm checking for 7 days, so I put 1 cross of Lorraine 7. Now if you have a date, maybe it's the passenger say you should check from 23 from 21 to 23. Now I'm starting with 23. If I want to go back 2 days, I'll just do 1 minus 2, but in this case I'm doing 1 minus 7. So you must make sure that the dates are active, because if today is 20 and you do a booking for 25 and you say 1 minus 7, you definitely will get an error. Okay, now if you have done your availability maybe on Ethiopia and you want to check if maybe for Air France, KQ, the one here, etc. So just put 1 cross of Lorraine, the airline code. It will change from the current airline to the new one you are adding now. Alright, now if you have displayed availability for going, which is the first one, if you want to display availability for return, you don't need to put the long code again. So you just do 1 Romeo date or 1 Romeo cross of Lorraine number of days. If a passenger come and tell you I want to spend 14 days, so just put 1 cross of Lorraine, 1 Romeo cross of Lorraine 14. So whatever your previous availability, the return will be on 14 days. Now if you don't know the number of days but you know the dates of return for the passenger, you just do 1 Romeo and the date. Alright, you will see everything when we get to the practical aspect. Now how to sell from display. How to sell from the displayed availability. Now when you do an availability, how do you sell? So to sell is 0 2 Yankee 1 asterisk. That is sell for 2 passengers. If the number of passengers are 1, so to be 0 1, the class of service. If you look at this, Tango class is having 7 seats. So I could decide to do 1, assuming I'm selling for 1 passenger, 0 1, that's number of passenger, Tango 1 asterisk. That is sell 1 passenger, Tango class, start from segment 1 and sell for segment 1 and 2 because it is a marriage segment. So if here I have segment 1, 2, 3, 4, where 3 and 4 are marriage segments, so it will be, and I want to sell 1 for 1 person on Tango class, it will be 0 1 Tango 3 asterisk. Alright, so that is that for that. Okay, here is the practical aspect. Like I've been saying, to display an availability, I start with 1, then I pick the date, which is 23 February, then I pick the city pair and I put the name of the airline. So this is trying to specify the airline that is going. Alright, because let me try again. So this time I'll pick I'll start with Abidjan to Dubai on Ethiopia. Alright, so I made mention also that you can use a connecting city, so I can put the time and I put the connecting city Abidjan to Dubai. I want it to pass through Nairobi. Alright, so with this I can even decide not to specify any airline. Let's make it clean. You see that I'm not specifying airline, so this one is Abidjan, Freetown, Nairobi, Dubai. If you need to know the name of the city, this is it's Kinshasa. Alright, so if you need to know the name of anywhere, so this is how you go about it. I will explain the availability shortly. Just let me finish all the display. Now I want this on ET, so it says it's not going. So if I say I want it on HF, will it accept? Yep. HF go from Abidjan to Kinshasa, Kinshasa to Nairobi, Nairobi to Dubai. Alright, so I can say okay, I want my connecting city to be Lomé. Alright, so you can see Abidjan, Lomé, Casablanca, Casablanca, Dubai. So this is how you use connecting city. Now, like I said, I don't want to put any airline. I don't want to put any airline. I don't want to put anything. So I just put one, the date, the city pair. So what will it give me? This is normally used if you don't know the airline that is going to a particular place. So you can use this. So this shows the date. This is the date. It's a Wednesday from Abidjan to Dubai. Dubai is 4 hours. The time difference between Dubai and Abidjan is 4 hours plus. That's okay. I'll show you how to get the time as well. Just let me finish explaining. So we have segment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have this 12, and these are the flight number, which look more like the plate number of a car. This is EK788, ET934, ME576, etc., etc. Now, these are the classes. We have F class, A class, J class, C class, I class, blah blah blah, up to X-ray class, and the number in front signifies the number of seats still available for that class. Meaning that if I'm picking X-ray, I can pick up to 7 passengers, while if I'm picking Alpha, I can only pick 2. Now, this one that has S signify you can put it on waiting list. Waiting list means you can sell it, open the airline will confirm it. It's left to the airline to confirm it or to deny. Now, when you have a C, that class is closed, totally closed. So you just move to the next one. And this thing gets cheaper as you move from the left to the right. It gets more expensive as you move from the right to the left. So that's how it works. These are the city pair, Abidjan, Dubai. This means departing Abidjan this time, arriving Dubai this time. This plus 1 means the next day. This is the equipment number, that is the type of plane. Like I said, this looks more like a plate number. Like this is your plate number EK788. Then this is your equipment number. Now the type of car. Now it could be a Toyota Venza, Toyota Aventis, Toyota Corolla, Mercedes Benz, etc., etc. Then this one means it's a stopover, and this is the time it will take from Addis Ababa to Dubai. So now you see that it's departing 16 o'clock and it's getting there 8. So if you take 16 from 24, you have like maybe 8 hours, almost 8 hours plus 6, that's 14. But it's saying it's 9 hours. So when you consider the difference in time, you get exactly what I'm saying. Now let's do some kind of sheet. We click on this, which means we are going to the graphical mode. So everything I've said, we can actually confirm them here. Even the terminal, the blah blah blah, e-ticket. Alright, so you can get all your information here. So let's quit being a sheet and go back to the cryptic mode that which we say we want to do. All right. So now this is availability, and like I said, if you display the availability and you want to change the airline, you can change the airline with one cross of the line, the airline. And for return, you can only do one Romeo cross of the line the number of days when you already have a previous availability. So you can't just start your system and use one Romeo cross of the line, blah blah blah. You can't do that unless you have an availability that you've done before, just like I did up here with going to Dubai, going to Dubai from Abidjan. Alright, so that is that about display. Um, Now let's try and make a booking for somebody going from Abidjan. Is going from Abidjan to Dubai, and we want him to go on the 15th of February, and we want him to return in 10 days. So you get me now? I'll say one is constant, it's going on 15th of February, and it's going from Abidjan to Dubai. If you don't know the airline, you can press enter, but because I know ET is going, or ET is going, but they're passing through Lome on that day. So that reminds me one course of Lorraine that moved to the next day. So you can see that the next day is good. So if your passenger wants and you want to pick the next day, this is the best method to do. If you put one course of Lorraine 7, move forward 7 days. If you put one course of Lorraine -7, this is go back by 7 days. Alright. So but I think I'm okay with the 16th of February, and I see this class is closed, this one waiting. So Tango, we get to pick Tango, but this time I want to pick on line 3. So I'm saying 0 to 7, number of passenger 1, class of service Tango. I'm picking on line 3. I wanted to pick line 4 as well, so I put star. So this is for this, and let me clear the screen. The return, I want it on 10 days. The return is said to be, it's a 10 days journey. So this is the return. The return as well, I don't like it, so I can go back 1 day, of which I like this one. So I want to pick Tango on line 1 and 2. So I start with 0 to solve, number of passenger 1, Tango class. I'm picking segment 1 and 2, so I put star. Alright, so how do I display all my itinerary together so that we can view is star India? With star India, I can view all my itinerary, so you can see. Alright, because I'm teaching just itinerary, I don't want to go into any other details apart from this. So we start now and we begin to add the other mandatory field, and I believe before we finish you should be a master in Sabre. Thank you very much. Once again I say thank you very much, and I'd like you to subscribe to our channel and ask questions that maybe some a topic you don't know, just ask question about it. Then we'll be able to treat them as well. And make sure you practice. For your practice, you can give me a booking from Lagos to Johannesburg. I want it anytime in March, and the return to be January, February, March, April. The return should be in April 15. So let the journey start in March and the return April 15. You can use any airlines that is available. Thank you very much.